we're talking about just weird things like that we've normalized, but that might be batshit in other places. To me, is the show The Bachelor. Have you watched The Bachelor?
No.
So okay, it's insane.
I'm pretty sure they have a version of. Like,
they've got it in Australia. They have a few different versions.
Sure.
Usually, very low production quality compared to here. But it's like you've basically got this legalized sort of like stockyard of like guy picks his girls, and in like the post Me Too era, it's crazy, but it's wild. I mean, it's insane. It's the most talked about sort of reality water cooler talk the day after. This season, you've got a guy named Peter. He came in third place in the Bachelorette last season. Usually the third place person comes back because the second place person usually got dumped too soon because they're getting dumped at the altar, because they think they're actually going to make it to the altar. It's crazy. So Peter is a pilot, lives in Calabasas, right down the road here. He bangs the Bachelorette, Hannah, right? Hannah Beast. He bangs her in a windmill. That was his fantasy suite. So when you get to the final three or four, I think 3. When you get to the final 3, Chris Harrison he's the host. He hands you a key, right? And then you just get to decide if you want to fuck or not. And then they fuck. They don't show it on camera, but we're watching this on network.
It's called fantasy suite, but like not everybody has sex in the fantasy suite. Like sometimes they just stay up all night talking, because it's literally the only time during the entire recording of the show that they get complete privacy. They don't allow cameras in the room.
But there's been seasons where they've gotten blowjobs on the beach and they've snuck off and everything. This has happened. But yeah, it's assumed that the Bachelor or Bachelorette will bang all 3 of them in some cases, or 1 or 2 or whatever, which is fine. I'm not shaming sex at all.
If you've already made up your mind that you're going to eliminate somebody, you're probably not going to sleep with that person.
But the crazy, there's a million crazy things. But then if there's too much side boob
you're shouting so loud.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Is it okay? All you have to do is tell me my mic's too loud. What?
Just keep going.
What are you holding your thing for?
Because it's all this noise is killing me.
So, what was I saying?
I don't know. Sorry, Jonesy.
That adds 2 minutes of
banging
editing.
The Bachelor, yeah.
So they'll let you kind of close the door and assume that they're fucking, but then if there's like somebody's bikinis riding up their ass too much, they'll Photoshop it in post-production. It's just crazy what we're allowed to do versus the innuendos in our society. So you've got a show. You've never watched The Bachelor?
No.
You have no interest in watching it? I should get you over here to watch it.
No, not really.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's like highly addictive. I had never seen it before Dave and I started dating, and now it takes up every Monday night.
So last season, wrap up on this. I keep wanting to say Becca. What's her? Hannah. Hannah bangs Peter 4 times in a windmill. They talked about it after. They banged 4 times. Then she dumps him. So he thinks he's going to be like the love of her life, whatever. She just dumps him. She chooses this other guy, finds out he came on the show with a girlfriend. It gets crazy the more I describe it. So then she dumps him once the show's over. So she's just done. She doesn't have any sort of like, she's single now.
And America's really just fascinated with all this.
They love it.
See, to me, I already had this experience. It's called living in a college dormitory.
But you didn't have 15 cameras watching you with beautiful cinematography.
It's just like this kind of drama was all the time.
So she's done. So now it's him. He's the Bachelor. It's his season. He gets 30 different chicks. They all show up wearing their best thing, their boosty bosoms, whatever. They're ready to go. So then she comes back to like say, hey guys, how are you? Yeah, Peter's a good guy. And to let him be, she starts crying in the back of the room. Peter goes to console her, finds out she's still in love with him. So now you get all these new chicks being like, that's not fair, because now she's like a famous, she won Dancing with the Stars this year. Like ABC, like Disney just decided to push the shit out of her. Like she's very popular. Now she's back and wants them, and we're only at episode 1. Anyway.
Oh, so that's going to be lame for everybody this season.
Well, the drama's going to be insane. I mean, this was exciting.
Clearly, one of these bitches is going to have to step up and kill her.
I don't know if shanking's allowed.
Maybe this is
She's not going to choose to stay
Maybe that's the new. Maybe that's the through line for the season. Who's going to kill her and how?
It's a new kind of show.
It's a new kind of show. It's going to morph into something more like Clue.
Like Saw. They just get to choose their weapon of choice.
Like Saw.
I mean, maybe a fist fight. I mean, they do all these physical activities where they make them make them box with jumbo-sized gloves. It always goes too far, but they it's content. It's insane. But anyway, it's what are you looking at me like?
So what was this whole story for? To tell me about our
I don't
sexual.
know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Because I'm trying to talk about viral shit so I can get 3 more YouTube subscribers.
Oh,
God
viral stuff.
Damn it! Did I need need to tailor.
You wanted people to watch. You want
literally written on my thing. I told you this beforehand.
Bachelor podcast.
God.
You're plugging your YouTube channel.
I'm sweating over here. I can't believe that I'm struggling.
But you're just screaming and shouting about things none of us are following.
You're plugging the YouTube.
Follow it. I
Really?
literally got up to check my cameras to come back and bring this up, and it's ruined.
I thought we were talking. I thought you were gonna tie this into
I'm sweating.
the weird sex laws that are on the books,
Yeah,
or,
he just-
or
I
Singapore.
just think it's weird that we've
Completely
normalized this like hooking culture.
Hooking up culture.
Why do you keep turning me down?
Because you are so loud.
Am I this loud?
Yeah, right?
It's a little loud.
I've looked at my levels.
And I keep turning you down because you not only do you turn yourself up louder than everyone else, but then you shout and
Now,
my
honey,
ears
I'm
are
using
bleeding.
a different microphone, so it comes at me. Maybe I should have turned my cans up. Okay. It's a little better.
You talking about? Is this
Yeah,
what
it
you?
was very loud there.
Hooking up culture? Is that what you?
I just think it's
hookup culture.
It's just an interesting thing that we've normalized here, 24 seasons into the show. But like, I don't know if you. When I remember season 1, I go, wait, there's gonna be a show where like this dude just chooses like, and then in today's world, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a female version too, but it's still like a very whitewashed show.